Alright, let's take a breath and dive deep. Deep into the real truth. The only truth that matters. The truth that's been hiding right there in plain sight. Waiting for you to step up, look it in the eyes and say, let's go. Because that's it, right? You know the words, you've heard the mantra, and you've seen the rhetoric 1,000 times. You've read the books, listened to the podcasts, seen the gurus smile, and talk about how you can create massive change. But where's the substance in all that? Where's the tangible action? You need more than the basics. You need the how, stitched to the why. So here it is. What massive shift am I capable of? Do you even know what that means? What it implies? When you ask that, you're not just asking some fluffy question. No, you're opening the door to the goddamn universe. Massive shifts. That's code for breaking free from everything that ever held you down, locked you up, or kept you playing small. So when you ask, you're stepping into power, raw, untamed power. But here's the trick. Most people never ask, or worse, they do. But they don't have the balls to face the answer. And it's not their fault, really. You might even feel it too. It's easier to play it safe, to stay within the limits of what you've known. I get it. The unknown is scary as hell. But guess what? That's where the change lives. That's where the power lives. Think about when you failed. You know that time you fell flat on your face, embarrassed, like the universe had handed you a giant middle finger. What if, just what if, you decided that failure wasn't the end? It was a damn opportunity, because hell, failure doesn't exist, only feedback. So the next time you mess up, think to yourself, what's the feedback here? How can I use this? Imagine the shift in mindset if that's your new default setting. Would you really see yourself as a failure anymore? No. You'd see yourself as someone who's constantly learning, growing, evolving. And that's power. But if you don't ask the question, if you don't look for feedback, then you just wallow in self-pity and missing the damn point. You're staying stuck, thinking failure means you're broken. No, you're not broken. You're just learning. What happens when you get emotionally triggered? When someone pisses you off? Or your partner says that one thing that sends you spiraling? You feel like shit. The power is in what you do with that emotion. Because you're not your emotions. You're the goddamn master of them. Here's the key. Emotions are energy, and energy, it must move. So instead of suppressing or running from it, you process it. You sit with it. You let it move through you, and you ask yourself, what's the lesson here? What is this teaching me? Boom. Instant empowerment. When you choose not to react, when you choose not to let your emotions rule you, you become unshakable. Why? Because your state is now something you control. You're no longer a puppet to the chaos of life. You're the one pulling the strings. Let's take this a little deeper. Ever notice how some people, they just walk into a room, and without saying a word, everyone feels their presence? It's not magic, it's certainty. It's the strongest frame in the room. They believe in themselves so hard that everyone around them must believe too. And when you start asking yourself, what massive shifts am I capable of? You start to embody that certainty, that unshakable belief in yourself. Here's how it works. Your beliefs shape your reality. You're the filter to which the world interacts with you. If you believe you're destined for greatness, people around you will feel that. They'll respond to that certainty, that power. And everyone around you will be magnetically drawn to you. The stronger your frame, the more the world bends to you. But if you doubt, if you question, if you even allow fear to creep in, your reality will reflect that. You'll feel stuck, powerless, small. The world doesn't give a shit about your doubts. It's a reflection of you. And guess what? It mirrors your beliefs. What happens if you don't ask the question? Think about it. What happens if you don't ask yourself, what massive shifts am I capable of? You stay trapped in the same bullshit, the same patterns, the same limiting beliefs. Every single day you're playing small. Your potential goes untapped. People around you take notice, especially those who want to see you fail. They'll push you down without even realizing it, because you don't believe you deserve more. You stay stuck in a cycle. The universe is saying, come on, let's go. And you're sitting there, like I'm comfortable here. The problem, comfort doesn't change shit. It just keeps you stuck in a loop of mediocrity. The worst part, you won't even know it's happening. You'll just keep telling yourself that you're fine. You'll settle for less. And as that settles in, you'll lose sight of just how amazing you really are. You're so capable of epic transformation, of reaching levels beyond your imagination. But you have to ask the question over and over. So why does it work? You want to know the science behind this? Here's the deal. Neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to change and reorganize itself. It allows you to reshape your reality based on the beliefs you install. When you ask yourself, what massive shifts are you capable of? You're literally rewiring your brain to seek out opportunities for growth. Your beliefs act as a filter through which the universe delivers its lesson. And your emotional state is the gauge that tells you if you're on track or if you're veering off course. Karma, you reap what you sow. If you're constantly playing small, you're sending out energy that says you're not ready for greatness. But if you ask, if you start putting the intention out into the universe that you're ready, then it responds. This is the truth, the only truth. You're sitting on a gold mine, but you need to be brave enough to mine it. You need to stop waiting for someone to give you permission. You are the permission. And if you don't ask yourself, what massive shifts am I capable of? If you don't take this responsibility seriously, well, you're wasting the gift of life. You're trading in the opportunity to create miracles for safe, predictable, boring days that don't matter. So what are you going to do about it? The universe is asking you, what massive shifts are you capable of?